on some chill. We go 0 to 100 real quick. They be on that rap to pay the.
Simple life, no American Idol, but I get by. Wish I could tour with fifth wheel bus. Back to the real world, time to wake up, smell antifreeze. Don't land with big brothers, bad to me. I got a blind date with destiny. I'm Mexican with an amazing race I get to be. Must stay out wickedly perfect, you're not a factor, making me nervous. I'm a survivor, collapsed on a planet deserted. That's the word like a $10,000 pyramid scheme. Changing the face of the game like the Swarm medical team. Lead troopers, a league of supreme. The last comic standing, making the band play as you walk up stage empty-handed. And I'm taking home America's next top. Show us some. Newspaper boy, dog, fetch me my slippers. Feed me, do the dishes if you need me. Everybody's so emo, everyone expects emotion. Well, I'm holding on to long-term solution to that notion that everything must go be shown off, be bad.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
With the Diesel and the Jet, this is Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the San Antonio Spurs going up against the Houston Rockets. Taking a look at the Rockets, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And guys, the fans always enjoy hearing stories from your playing days. Let's talk teammates. Shaq, who were your favorite guys to play with over the years?
You know, everyone loves the Shaq, and Shaq has 4 rings, but I'm saying it here.
They all
in
love
real
the Shaq.
life. Everybody loves Shaq.
Okay.
I'm sexy, handsome, and qualified. That's what Shaq stands
I
for.
think my question was, who were your favorite teammates?
Let me finish, Ernie. Let me finish. I'm quick to say, hey, I got 4 rings, but I could
You
not,
are quick to say that.
Could not do without Brian Shaw. Brian Shaw was a guy that always looked for me, similar with when how Kenny played with the team. He came down, made sure I got my shots off first. Derek Fisher, we all remember the .04 shot. Rick Fox was a hustler to go out and play. Big shot Bob.
Oh, wow.
Saved
One of
me
my
so
favorites,
many
too.
times.
So he's one.
Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. Western Conference battles, always fun. This time, it's the San Antonio Spurs intent on protecting home court. So the Rockets win the tip. Look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Nene is out there with Ryan Anderson, and it's Beverly in at the point guard position. Harden, and that one's good. James Harden. The Rockets were terrific on the road last season, Clark. Tied for second with the Clippers for the most road wins in the league.
26-15, although if you want to get picky about it, they had one of those wins in Mexico City, so maybe 25.5 road wins for them.
Gasol with the steal. 3-on-3. Outside Aldridge. And Leonard has it in the corner. High, arcing shot. He takes it up and lays it in. Leonard's got his first bucket in this one.
How about that cloth soft touch? I mean, just a gentle little teardrop, almost like a falling leaf. A leaf falling down slowly to the ground. Very sweet and colorful, too.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Parker kicks to Gasol. The shot is off. So Houston will take it the other way. Inside, here's Beverly, banked in off the glass.
Well, I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots. in the paint here already.
Now here's Parker. And it's Nene with the rebound.
And trying to come up with the highlight reel finish, somebody forgot to finish it.
Here's Beverly. No good on the triple.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
Leonard, no luck. Now Harden. Lets it go with a three. And that one's good. Harden's got 5.
Listen, guys, James Harden. Harden, clearly the front runner for the best shooting guard in the NBA, arguably in the conversation for the best player in our league. And listen, he's a league leader in scoring a season ago. He's a one-man wrecking crew offensively.
Now here's Beverly after the miss from Pau Gasol and the basket by Harden.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
And Pau Gasol, the bucket on the assist by Parker. Gasol's got his first basket of the night. And James Harden really an offense unto himself, as Greg was just talking about. They had a stat which combined three-pointer made and three-point makes created with a pass. Harden was first, and Clark, it wasn't even close.
Well, that was a mouthful in terms of breaking down those analytics, but I tell you what, he does a great job of attacking and finding teammates for threes. I can put it simply that way.
And here is Gasol. James Harden getting it to go from deep. Gasol goes in. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
That's exactly why you don't leave your feet until the shooter elevates. He went for that pump fake, hook, line, and sinker.
Harden against Green. Misses from close range. Spurs trail by 6. Shoots it up. Parker's shot is off.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
1:43 left to play in the first. It's Harden with the drive. Jacks up a 3. Harden missing again. Spurs have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. And that one's good.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. A long time in San Antonio, it's been about the big three, and rightfully so with all their wins, and Kawhi Leonard seems to be their future.
And Kawhi and the big three recognize that and are trying to ease the transition period. And if you know the Spurs, they'll make a smooth transition, won't they, Kevin?
Absolutely.
And guys, for Kawhi Leonard and the Spurs, Coach Popovich already sees him as the next guy. He told Leonard not to think of the big three, but to think of himself as the big one.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Gasol. Anderson comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for Daniel Green. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker. Here's Capella. Leaves the dishes to Capella. Shot by Gordon, wide open. The three-pointer is right on target.
And guys, with what Popovich said about Leonard, small things like that can be the catalyst to get a player to reach greatness. Sooner or later, this will be Kawhi's team.
Now here's Ginobili. And there's the feed to Mills. Leonard attacking. Rockets with the rebound. Here's Houston now. They're on a 15-6 run. Harden outside. Anderson up top. And some nice passing there by Houston. Shot clock at 5. Houston needs to get a shot off. The 3. And another 3 for Houston.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range.
Now here's Ginobili. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one, and so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. The Spurs shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Dwayne Dedmon at the line for 2.
First one falls for him. Good on both. 17 seconds left here in the first quarter. Harden outside. In the corner, it's Gordon. And it's Ariza in the corner. Back to Anderson. It'll count. He hits the shot at the very last second.
Goodness.
Woo!
The pressure on him in those circumstances was massive.
Oh, man.
What pressure? You guys are over-exaggerating here. I mean, you can't rattle this guy, no matter what the situation is.
And we had the chance to catch up with Greg Popovich, and he talked about...
To be in the conversation, I think, is totally appropriate. And Tony is very often not even in the conversation when people talk about top 10 guards and that sort of thing, which has always amazed me. All you hear is all the other names, whoever the new young guard is. And there's a lot of great ones.
Not breaking it down and telling it like it is as usual, Clark. You got to love having a guy like that as your coach.
Without question. I mean, you have no idea how huge that is for a player to get that kind of support and backing from his coach. Is Tony Parker a great all-star and champion? In my book, absolutely, without question. But would he have reached that level without Greg Popovich as his coach? I think even Tony would tell you, probably not.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play on the court for San Antonio. Mills and Manu at the guards. Anderson is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Lee in at the 5. Roman the paint.
Manu Ginobili is one of the toughest guys you'll ever meet. The NBA, but any sport. I mean, a true competitor in every sense of the word.
Rockets leading by 8. Gordon. David Lee comes up with the rebound.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Mills, that's a 2-pointer. It's Ginobili on the wing. Defended by Gordon. Lee against Beverly. Shots good by Lee. Lee's got his first bucket of the night.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Now here's Mills. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And that one's good.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Gordon against Ginobili. Gordon with it. He's got 5. Three-pointer. Harrell the pass to Brewer. On its way from Beasley for 2. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Spurs trail by 3. And Mills kicks to lead. Down low. It's tipped. Beasley with the steal. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
And continuing to expand his arsenal last season, Patrick Beverley, the guard for the Rockets. Career highs in assists and rebounds per game, and he's one of the smallest guys on the floor.
Yeah, and he's really working on the details. Of becoming a better playmaker, becoming a guy that has coaches trust him to handle the basketball in those crucial situations.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Al Gasol is checked in for Lee. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Kyle Anderson. Green, he's checked in for Manu Ginobili. And Tony Parker is subbed in for Patty Mills. Here's McDaniels after the basket by San Antonio. Elbow shot. It's hauled in by LaMarcus Aldridge.
You know, talking about Beverly, his wrist injury really changed things for the Rockets at the end of last season. Suddenly, 37-year-old Jason Terry had to take on big minutes at the point, and he was serviceable, but they missed Beverly's toughness on defense particularly.
It's Gasol missing. Rockets leading by 3. A nice shot by McDaniels.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far.
And going back to the one thing with Patrick Beverley, his shot could still be more consistent. Last year, he was down in shooting averages across the board, including just 38% from the field. It makes it very difficult on your offense when you have an inability to space the floor. And just because you can make it from outside doesn't mean you need to live there.
Not that far out anyway, Greg. I mean, he can work for a better shot than that.
Now Parker. Michael Beasley missing on the 3. Gasol a screen. Parker outside. Leonard attacking, and it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession. And the Spurs making a change here. Berton is checked in, and the Rockets making a change here as well. James Harden, he's checked in for Pablo Prigioni. 1:39 left in the first half of basketball. Shot clock at 2. Green, and that one's good.
And how about the move he made there to come up and get himself clear in the lane for the deuce?
Rockets leading by 3. Here is Harden. 10 points for him. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. 1:21 left in the second quarter. Harden against Parker. The pass to Bertans. Parker against Harden. Back to Green. Just 5 to shoot. Cannot hit. And the Rockets take it the other way. They've led by as much as 10. A shot by McDaniels. No good.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Pass to Bertans. Leonard against Harden. Leonard dishes to Gasol. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got choice making.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. It's Parker with the drive. Leonard the pass to Gasol. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. 8 points for Pau Gasol.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
Parker kicks to Gasol. Up in time. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And that's a big bonus for him to end the quarter as he just beats the buzzer.
That's superb clock management there, maximizing every second of the clock in that situation. Well done.
And a pretty tight...
Coach, you're going to have to climb a bit of a hill here in this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
I would call that a competitive first half of action. Ernie Johnson here welcoming you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. James Harden led the way in the first half. He had 12 points and 1 rebound. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
Well, their playmakers were in top form tonight. They showed great court vision and great ball movement. That's why they had so many assists. It's much easier to defend guys who don't want to pass the basketball.
Shaq, what did you see from San Antonio?
You know, 2 things went on in the first half. Yes, we saw good offense take advantage of mediocre defense, but we also saw a motivated team take advantage of a team that didn't want to hustle. They need an attitude adjustment.
All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it's just about time for the start of the third quarter.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
And in terms of points in that first half, you know, he's now at a point where we expect him to perform that way.
And, Greg, that tells you all you need to know about what a talent he is. I mean, I'll bet he adds a lot more to his totals after the break.
So on the floor for Houston. Harden out there with Gordon. Then it's Decker. Then there's Nene. And it's Beasley in at the power forward position. Well, the Spurs just don't go on losing streaks very often, Greg. One perk of being a talented veteran group.
Yeah, how about the Spurs lost 4 games in a row twice last year. Over the last decade before that, Kevin, they had only lost 4 games in a row twice. Unbelievable.
That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Leonard. Houston's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. A shot by Harden, wide open, and another 3 for Houston. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Parker dishes to Green. He kicks it to Aldridge. Parker outside. And the rejection by Harden. On up the court. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And stolen by Aldridge. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Tony Parker.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
You're right on target there, Greg. Of the last 10 points they've allowed, 8 have come from in close. That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker.
San Antonio calls timeout. Guys, I'm not sure there's a better star player who's a better fit for his team's philosophy than James Harden. He reflects the Rocket system perfectly.
I don't think you're wrong on that, Kevin. I mean, the Rockets, an analytically minded team. They love layups, free throws, and threes. Harden can get all of those done.
The Rockets making a switch here. Cabela's checked in. Anderson comes in for Michael Beasley. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Decker. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Eric Gordon. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Guys, thank you. I got a chance to hear what Greg Popovich was saying to his team. He told Gasol that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach reminded them that he is supposed to be the key factor tonight, and he still wants to see that happen. Perhaps the rest of the second half will look different after those adjustments, Kevin.
All right, Doris.
Gasol doing all sorts of things. 12 points and 1 steal.
And if I had to pick what he's done best today, I'd probably lean towards the offensive performance.
Well, just to be a contrarian, I'm going to go to the other side because he's been just as impressive, I think, at the defensive end.
The first one falls. Mills, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And he can't hit the second. Houston leading by 5. There's the lob to the hoop. Plays it in off the pretty alley-oop.
How nice was that alley-oop? Those two really have a good connection.
Yeah, read each other so well. It's a play I'm sure, Clark, they love to run.
And as a receiver, though, he doesn't necessarily feel the need to go for that monster finish. Just the nice little silky smooth layup.
Harden up top, covered by Mills. Fires from the wing. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Ariza. Ariza's got 4 assists now tonight.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Now here's Mills. Manu Ginobili on the wing. Takes a 3. The rebound by Anderson.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead. And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now, they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life.
Here's Simmons following the score by Trevor Ariza. Right side Aldridge to the inside. Mills and Capella sends it back. That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut to just 9 on the basket from Gasol.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Well, guys, before last season, Trevor Ariza signing a 4-year, $32 million deal with the Rockets. Big free agent get for the team.
And, you know, they wanted to re-sign Chandler Parsons, Kevin, but with his departure, in comes Ariza, and Trevor is a quality replacement. I mean, a terrific wing defender, and he's a nice spot-up shooter as well.
Houston making a switch here. Brewers checked in. Now, and it's off from three-point range. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Ginobili outside to the middle. Spurs passing it around. The shot. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And, you know, you compare their games. Ariza a bit more limited maybe offensively than Parsons, a few years older, but he's also a better defender and also better at playing without the basketball. Remember, you got 5 guys out there, only 1 ball. Sometimes your chemistry can improve when a guy doesn't need the basketball to be effective.
And here's Anderson after Trevor Ariza just hit the 3. And here's Mills for 3. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And, you know, for the Rockets, a nice pairing with James Harden and Trevor Ariza. Ariza, a spot-up shooter and defender, while Harden arguably the premier offensive creator in the league. I mean, they really complement each other well.
Houston leading by 13. And here's Harden for 3, and another 3 for Houston.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
Now here's Anderson. Picked by Lee. And stolen by Ariza. And now in transition is Brewer. Here we go. Here's Harden. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive. But the great offenses have it. And that's just what they've shown here tonight.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. San Antonio with the ball, trailing by 19. And here is Parker. He dishes it to Green. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Green's got 6.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Houston on top, leading by 17. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Rockets leading by 17. The always reliable Parker and Green in the backcourt. Aldridge out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Gasol in at the 5 down low. That's the San Antonio 5. The Spurs shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Parker outside. From 10 feet out. Rockets with the rebound.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle. On the board.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
And Leonard gets it to go.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Here's Prigioni. Another shot, and there's the play by Nene inside. And the Rockets lead by 18.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
Green passes to Aldridge. Gasol a screen. The drive by Aldridge. Terrific design on the pick play. He lays it in.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Beasley outside. From outside, off the mark. For San Antonio, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Parker, right side. Gasol kicks to Parker. Pass to Aldridge. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got 6 assists now in the game.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Yes, guys, over that break, I was able to catch the message Houston's coach was giving to his team. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
Well, looking back on last season, you didn't know where the Rockets would end up in terms of seeding in the playoffs. Ended up with the 2 seed because they won the Southwest Division. And as it turned out, everything worked out very well for them.
It really did, and had a divisional matchup in that first round against the Mavs. But the Rockets took care of business in that series and would advance.
Aldridge a screen. Parker dishes to Aldridge. Here's Leonard. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Houston leading by 14.
And, you know, for the Rockets, they had a major gut check in the second round. Went down 3-1 against the Clippers. Came back to win the series in 7, including Game 6, when I dozed off when they were trailing by 19 in the 4th and was shocked to wake up in the morning and see they had forced the 7th game.
Really, that's his specialty right there, finding that angle and then going hard to the rim.
Kept alive. Anderson passes to Nene. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. Nene's got 4 this quarter.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Now here's Gasol. Feeds it to Leonard. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. And that's now 11 points for Kawhi Leonard.
And with the Rockets' last postseason, their trip to the conference finals was as far as they would go. Went out to the Warriors in 5 games. Most of them, though, close ones. I think most fans were pleased with how far the team went last year in spite of all the injuries.
So it's San Antonio now, following the score by Houston. The Spurs working the ball around now. Count that one. And it's 6 points for Aldridge.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty by Parker.
Rockets leading by 12. Ariza outside. Dishes to Beverly. Kicks it to Anderson. Here's the 3. And there's the call on Nene. That is his first foul of the game.
You know, right call. Gave the officials no choice there. I mean, they've got to make that call over that.
Yeah, I mean, he went chest first into the man in front of him. My goodness, I'm not an official, and I could have gotten that one right.
The Spurs making a switch here. Ginobili's checked in, and the Rockets making a change here as well. Harden's checked in. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Houston?
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Now, here is Harden. 1:57 left to play here in the 4th. There's the dish to Gasol. Takes it from 10. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Greg, simply controlling the glass. I mean, plus 10 is the advantage in rebounds right now.
Rocket 6. And Beverly kicks to Harden. Here's Ariza. Rebound San Antonio. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Here's Ginobili. Parker with a clean look. Tries again. That's good. The Houston lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Ginobili.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Beverly against Parker. Anderson outside. There's the 3. That's good. And the Rockets lead by 10.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Rockets.
Tonight, they seem committed to the 3-point shot.
That certainly was their main meal, their bread and butter, if you will.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for James Harden. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Michael Beasley, he's checked in for Houston. To the inside from 10 feet out, and that one's good. Beverly.
Well, if it wasn't out of reach, it is now thanks to that last little spurt.
And why put the brakes on now? I just say keep on letting it fly.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That's his first foul. Houston with a big group substitution here. Harrell, he's checked in for Nene. Brewer comes in for Trevor Ariza. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for James Harden. And it's Pablo Prigioni in for Patrick Beverley. And stolen by Harrell. And it's Houston on the break. Hammers it in after taking it the length of the floor.
And the fans already heading for the exits, clearly not pleased with the way things turned out today.
Well, Greg, this was a well-deserved win. I mean, they came into this building and acted like it was their home turf. I mean, they were the ones calling the shots and controlling everything.
San Antonio calls timeout. They trail by 14. 41 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. .41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Ginobili, here we go. Looking for Anderson, he gets it there. Passes it to Ginobili. The kick out to Anderson. He feeds it to Simmons. Here's Bertines. And he can't stop the run as he misses. Clark, and they can just let the clock run out here.
No argument with that W.
That one from long range. And the Rockets lead by 17. Now here's Ginobili. So we see Houston taking the W here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, gentlemen, I'm here with James Harden, and congratulations on a nice performance tonight. It certainly seemed like you guys were...
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey, y'all. Ernie Johnson here, along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille. James Harden. He simply had a dominant third quarter, and it quickly became apparent he wanted to exert his control over the tempo of the game. Kenny, what did you think?
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson.